Hello and welcome to Geekbot Gaming, and finally another affordable tech review. This time we're going to be looking at the cheapest USB condenser mic I could find on Amazon. The Anpro Professional Microphone. Hello and welcome to Geekbot Gaming. I'd like to thank my subscribers, existing and new ones. You keep me going. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to click the subscribe button and the bell icon and you'll be notified when new videos come out. Now this microphone cost me £6.49, so it is definitely not going to break the bank. I do believe the price has now risen to nearly £19, so it's not quite as cheap, but it's still affordable. Okay, so what do you get for your £6 or £19? Right, quick unboxing. So, what do you get for your money? Right, I am going to go through the little bits you get in the box. First of all, you get a windshield. Standard foam thing. Next, the stand. Tiny. So cute. Not an awful lot of use. Then you get, obviously, the mount for the microphone to sit in. The longest USB cable you could possibly have. And finally, the microphone is tiny. It's such a baby. Look, it's as big as my hand. Now, on the microphone, you have the gain control. And you have a headphone socket, both of which we'll get round to in just a minute. I will put this on the stand, and I know you want to get round to hearing what it sounds like. First little frustration with it, it sits really quite funny on the stand and there's no way of adjusting it. So the only way you can do it to get it sitting straight is to essentially untie it and essentially loosen it. It's not ideal, it's not amazing, but you can put it sideways. So you'd have it like that on your desktop. But apart from that, it's actually a pretty well built little microphone. It's a metal grill, plastic body. It's not heavy as you wouldn't expect it to be. It feels quite well built, and not really an awful lot I can say about that. Plop. Windshield on. There you go. Finished product. I'll get it plugged in and you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, now we're set up with the microphone itself on the little itty bitty stand. The gain has to be cranked on full on the microphone itself, and I don't know whether you can hear me very much. I'm not going to leave it like this because having it on the stand, it just feels so far away. So bear with me 1 second. I will transfer it to this. Right, so now we have it set up near our mouth. So that actually is a little bit easier to get a bit more gain. The gain is still cranked up full. If I turn it down even slightly, it gets really quiet. So you just need to crank it around as much as you can. Hang on, take my headphones off. I can hear myself then. So, the good points about this microphone. First of all, it's cheap. Even at £18 and £19, it's still affordable, I would say. It's a condenser microphone, so it's fairly sensitive. It's actually pretty sturdy feeling, so it doesn't actually feel like if you drop it, it's just going to shatter into a million pieces. It's fairly small, so it doesn't take up a lot of desk space. This could also be a bad thing if you want something a bit more hefty. It's not got bad sound. For a £6 or a £19 microphone, it actually sounds pretty good. If you get a compressor behind it and a little bit of EQ as well, you're not really going to notice. For most things, podcasts, Zoom meetings, even some gaming, when you've got it on a stand, it's going to be pretty good. And it's USB, and the USB cable is huge. Just plug it in, turn it on, away you go, and it works pretty well. The headphone socket on it, oddly enough, is not a headphone socket directly. It's an extra audio output for your PC. Okay, so here we are in Audacity. I am going to demonstrate the sound from different directions into the microphone, about a hand's width away. This is a cardioid microphone, so it picks up mainly from the front and should reject quite well from the sides and the rear. So, talking into the front, and now I'm spinning it round, talking into the right hand side of the microphone, talking into the rear side of the microphone, round to the other side of the microphone, and back round to the front. Staying in Audacity, I'm going to show you how the headphone socket on the front of the microphone works. It's not a direct output, instead it shows up as an extra audio output on your computer. So go to the outputs, select USB audio device, and voila, it comes out of the headphone socket on the front of the microphone. Negatives. For one thing, that is pretty useless. Unless you're doing Zoom meetings. To be fair, it might be useful for that, but generally you're going to be better off with a boom arm. This, maybe not so much, because this gets in the way. Something like the gooseneck that I use here, or if you've got one of the desktop boom arms and it keeps out of the way, and you're not going to have it right in your face, like this. Second one, it's very low gain. You will need to be able to boost it. The sound is, I'd describe it as boxy. It's fairly limited frequency range. I will put a picture up there, I think, of the frequency range, frequency response, tech specs. It's not a massive deal unless you're really looking for like doing some recording, you want to capture more, like if you do acoustic guitars and stuff. But again, that's not the target audience, I wouldn't say. Only time will tell how well made it actually is, but so far it seems to hold up quite well. So that pretty much wraps up this review. Have you used the Amp Pro before or a similar microphone? Have you had a different experience completely? Drop me a comment and let me know. And that's it for Geekbud Gaming. Till next time.